Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 37
Woo!
of GQ, a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
As you can see,
Woo!
on the back side of the couch, we have these wonderful decorations here. This is
Decorations. I'm fighting you for it later.
This is the greatest World Heavyweight Championship title of all time.
Can you stop caressing it?
For those of you that can't see it, I'm not watching on YouTube, It is the original big gold belt, the World Heavyweight Championship, the real World Championship.
Not the one we have now.
Yeah, no.
Not with the giant W.
No, it doesn't have a giant W in it. It's just the big gold NWA style.
Yeah.
God, this thing is pretty.
It's the second time it's come out of the bag.
No, it's been out of the bag a couple times.
Oh.
But we've got
Plenty.
we got plenty to talk about.
Plenty.
We're gonna have a couple of new segments tonight.
Woo!
That everybody on the audio and on the visual you'll hear. So that being said, here we go. Contrary to popular belief, Hangman Adam Page is not my favorite member of the Elite.
Welcome back to another episode of GQ, a wrestling podcast. My name is Justin. That is Garrett. Oh, those are our title belts.
Yeah.
Like we said, it's going to keep updating every single week for new stuff, new things, and new things that we get to tell the world
About.
Yeah. Brand new things that came out this weekend. Well, actually, Monday night into Tuesday.
We're talking about Jennifer Pepperman
Who?
from last week. The thing that you sent me last week as I was literally pulling out of the parking lot.
I don't remember what I said. What did I say? It's been a minute.
Jennifer Pepperman was one of the executive writers.
Oh,
for
yeah!
WWE,
That's right.
and she recently was hired by Tony Khan. She hadn't been gone from WWE for a week yet.
That just shows you right there that I think they finally, maybe they listened. Maybe they understood what we were talking about. We need some creative people. We need some creative lines. We need the things to make AEW better.
But see, here's the thing. Are they going to listen to her?
No.
Probably not.
Ooh, I almost said something. I held back. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Tiny ears.
Yeah. Ooh, man.
We have a couple extra listeners in the house.
My kiddos are here.
We're probably going to try to keep it at least PG-13.
Yeah, Garrett.
Maybe. We'll see.
It's fine because we have our listeners. They understand. They've got kids. They know. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
How was your week?
I don't really remember a lot of the last.
Drunk?
No, I just nothing.
Nothing good? Nothing bad? Nothing anything?
It was. Well, I mean, I worked Saturday, so I watched Elimination Chamber while I was at work.
Yep.
Let's see. We had conferences last night.
I had those on Monday.
Watching poor Andy try to hobble around the school with her walker.
Oh, she's walking with the walker?
Uh-huh.
She's not doing crutches yet?
She's not doing crutches at all.
Why?
Because they suck.
I'd rather have crutches.
I would rather have a walker.
I'd rather have a... Can she get a hover around?
How the fuck are we going to get it in the house?
You're strong. You're a young whippersnapper. Wow, hold on. Wait. Are those 18-inch pythons?
17 and a half.
17 and a half. Oh.
Hey,
well.
We need to rewind Dynamite just a little bit because...
Oh, because you want to dance with somebody with their...
No, I don't even want to dance. I just want to hear it.
You just want to hear Mr. Guyliner himself? I'll even turn it up so you can hear it.
Now the man that will meet Samoa Joe one-on-one.
I love Prince Nana.
At Revolution for the AEW World Championship, Swerve Strickland.
Interesting to see what Swerve has to say because it's been such a blunt feud between he and Hangman Adam Page. Yeah, Stripper coming out. He didn't even let
Clip it.
Hangman's comment for a second.
Clip it.
Absolutely gonna clip it. Anyways,
You had to get your swerve in.
This Swerve Strickland is literally the biggest star in AEW right now.
Which is really, don't get me wrong, he's got a lot of talent, but isn't that sad a little bit that there's not enough talent right now to even be on his level that he has to be on every single episode?
I mean,
think about it.
Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of talent.
They're just not utilizing them
in this company, but the guy that we just watched walk down the ramp with his associate, Prince Nana, is he's the biggest star in this company. He's the biggest draw that they have right now.
Remember, he wasn't the biggest person in his group with NXT a long time ago. He was there. He existed with it.
I don't even remember what group he was in.
With AJ and that girl.
Oh.
They were only in NXT.
Oh, what was it?
Is it really sad I said Crime Time in my brain? It's not Crime Time. I don't remember what the name was.
I don't either.
But but even then, it was just NXT. He didn't move up. He didn't go into the the main brands.
No.
And then they lost him to AEW.
Yeah, so. And now look at him. He's
doing great.
He's their biggest. I mean, Tony Khan probably would not agree with that. However,
is Kane coming out?
Pretty sure it's Samoa Joe.
There was a lot of fire. Before we get heavily into anything, we do have an announcement to make.
We do?
A pretty good one. A pretty good one.
Is it that you found your car keys?
I have 2 pairs now.
Woo!
2 pairs now. We, GQ Wrestling Podcast, has our first.
We've been talking about this since episode 1.
Yeah,
It took us 36 complete episodes.
Yeah, so we're on 37, but we finally got it by the work of our awesome followers and content that we create. We have our first partnership for GQ Wrestling Podcast. Woo! I'm excited.
We're going to plug the crap out of them. That's going to be the most of the podcast. You're going to get like an hour of plugs and
plugs, you say?
32 minutes of content.
So like a standard WWE pay-per-view.
Monday Night Raw.
Kind of a little bit of content, but a lot of commercials.
Yeah, little content with a lot of crap.
So we are proud partners and sponsors with W Energy Drinks, DUBBY Energy Drinks. You'll hear them on the audio side. We'll have content for that. We'll also be placing some sponsorship stuff, some drinks on our soon-to-be table because, tables would be nice. But we're proud for the partnership and sponsorship.
Get the tables.
Devon! Get the tables.
Am I Devon in this scenario?
Would you rather be Devon or Bubba?
I would rather be Bubba.
Fine, I'll be Devon.
I would much rather be Bully Ray.
I like Devon.
Okay. I like Devon too.
I like Devon. I had a long time ago, I actually got to interview Mr. Devon Dudley.
Nice guy.
He was a really nice guy. I had a great 13-minute conversation. Got you a signed autograph. I got mine a signed autograph. All I need now is Bully to sign it.
Yeah,
but he doesn't do autograph signings.
Sweet.
So,
so basically, what's going to happen is on the audio side, instead of hearing the nice little elevator music in between segments, now you're going to start hearing sponsor ads.
Yeah.
And on the YouTube side, you get to listen to me read the reader that my wonderful fiance took time out of her day to write for us.
Yeah. And did a sublime job.
Fantastic.
There's no way my pea-sized brain could have literally laid that out the way. I sound really professional on the audio side. Like, it's like top-notch. Like, I sound literate.
You want to know the best part?
Huh?
She went to school for marketing.
Yeah, she's going to do a great job for 2 dum-dums talking on a microphone.
Uh-huh.
We do a great job.
Yeah.
Anyways, So yes, Dubby, thank you so much for partnership and sponsorship. We were gonna plug the crap out of it. Plus, with the views that we're getting, I have no doubt in my mind that we're gonna be having some great stuff for you guys. The energy drinks themselves, they seem and actually look amazing. So we're really excited for them.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're gonna dive right in.
I'm excited to try it.
Saturday, there was a pay-per-view, a premium live event, a PLE, a Joe Schmo of all things at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Did you get up?
I did.
You idiot.
I laid right here on this couch, and there was an air mattress in front of me where two tiny children were dead to the world.
You idiot.
And Austin wanted to be awoken.
He's not broken.
Oh, that's so sad. It's like it was a swerve.
See what you did there?
I woke up Austin. We watched the thing. Hazel was
Dead. Yeah.
And I don't blame her.
Typical Hazel.
That's totally fine. I will say, I liked it.
8.5 out of 10.
It was probably one of my favorite PLEs that that WWE has put on in a while. There were some turns that I didn't see.
Probably the best chamber we've seen in
years.
A while.
Years. That's the one thing that I liked about it is that, don't get me wrong, we saw some predictability with it, but also there was some unpredictability with it too. Like, let's go with the most predictable one.
The most predictable?
The most predictable one. What was your most predictable one?
Well, obviously the most... Well, there were two. Most predictable winners were obviously the Judgment Day over NCR.
Yeah.
And then even more obvious than that, because Mommy's always on top.
Mommy's always on top.
So
I will say this: Nia Jax should never, ever, ever
try to
headline.
Jump off the chair. She looked great.
She should never headline a pay-per-view though.
She looked great.
Well, you know what made her look great? Rhea made her look great.
Right, but Rhea can only make Nia look so good because Nia has to hold up her end of it too.
Well, you've also seen people that don't hold their ends up the bargains up, and I personally think Rhea conquered that whole match and did everything she needed to do to make Nia look better.
I will. You know what? I'm gonna.
What in the outfit is she wearing? It's not a Canadian. Focus the camera, guys. Focus the camera. Focus it. Please, for the love of God, focus the camera.
I will just say that that's probably the best Nia Jax match that I've seen.
Well, when
I think,
in the words of Macho Man, the cream always rises to the top.
But I mean, and I'll be the first to say that I have openly bashed Nia Jax.
Same.
Because
she hurts people intentionally.
She has hurt people.
Intentionally.
However,
intentionally.
This past weekend, I honestly think she did some of her best work in the ring with Rhea Ripley. And part of it, I think, is because I don't know that Rhea was necessarily afraid of accidentally getting hurt. By Nia Jax.
No, because Rhea's strong enough that she's not a tiny body. That's all the people that she's hurt have been this big.
Like Maxine
Dupree, Becky, oh God, name gone. Alexa Bliss. She's hurt all these itty bitty tiny people. Rhea is
right. I mean, and to her credit though, Nia looked really good.
Yeah.
However, I think Pat McAfee could have done his job.
Stop.
And held that chair still so she could jump off it. Because that's about all he's good for, is just like a doorstop.
Hey,
but it wasn't Pat McAfee anyway. It was Corey Graves.
I
don't want any harm. I wish no ill will or harm against Corey Graves because that man is a national treasure.
Can you stop being like his boyfriend for a second?
No.
Because, good God, calm down.
No.
Calm down. They're pointing. They're pointing a little bit.
Can you stop with Michael Cole then?
Hey, it's not like I like having Pat McAfee with Michael Cole. What y'all doing?
He's taking a drink.
Oh, you looked over there. I got confused.
I was looking at you.
Was it that?
Both my eyes go straight. I am not Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels wall. Speaking of Shawn Michaels, did you see? R-Truth had a video today with Shawn.
Oh God, no.
So it's a backstage segment at NXT. So Ron Killings is in Florida at NXT tapings, and R-Truth is in the back, and all it shows is a door frame, and it's R-Truth right here, and he's like, "My guy, Johnny Gargano, man, you look amazing. You are literally." DIY is the best. You are going to turn into the next Shawn Michaels. Oh, it's going to be great. And then they pan over, and it's Shawn. And Shawn's like, and shuts the door. It's like when R-Truth says, "Why? I'm here. I'm at the pay-per-view. Where is everybody? I'm in Austria, where we should be at for this." And somebody calls him and says, "Australia. Truth, it's in Australia."
Oh, that's my bad.
That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. It was great. Let's just go break down a little bit of the pay-per-view. Let's go to the women's side. That was predictable as well. You know what was not predictable? Do you know what time it is?
It's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time.
The Australian crowd ate up Tiffany Stratton.
Dude,
Tiffy time.
She's good.
I didn't realize how good she won. Also, I didn't realize that she was dating Ludwig Kaiser either.
You know how old she is?
I'm gonna guess 24.
Yeah.
I'm good. She looks young, but
she walked into an open tryout in 2021.
Right after the pandemic.
Yeah. 2021 at 21 years old and got hired.
Well, it just shows you right there. She's got talent.
She's naturally gifted. The swanton off the top of the cube or the
Okay. I was a little nervous. When they panned up and they showed Tiffany Stratton up there, I went,
"Oh no!"
You got to think it's her first massive.
Well, and at the time, like when they panned up, it was just Becky.
Yeah, Becky's just like
down there, and I'm like, "This is gonna hurt." And then all of a sudden,
the crew,
Bianca and Raquel will come out of nowhere, and it's like, "Okay, that's good.
Oh look, it's Paper Skin Man.
That's a good job."
I think though, flawless technique on the swanton.
Oh yeah, no.
And I thoroughly was
sorry, audio people. The belt was sinking
like quicksand
into the back of the couch.
Like quicksand.
Yes.
Oh, Tiffy time was huge.
Oh, dude.
Enough so that in the men's rumble, everybody was shouting "Tiffy time, Tiffy time."
They were shouting it during the men's rumble last month.
Yeah, last month.
Okay.
Shut up. You know what I meant, you butthole. They were shouting Tiffy time during the men's chamber.
Yeah.
And she apparently, it wasn't like captured in video, but apparently she was verklempt with emotion that people were.
She was overcome.
Yeah. With Tiffy time things. Are you trying to say the people are smart?
No, I'm not smart.
Oh, got it. Never mind. I apologize.
It's not true. It's not true.
No, you're a college-educated person.
Don't
women's
talk about Bruno.
No.
It was good.
What could have made it better? Not Becky winning.
A different winner. Yeah.
So, out of everybody, we thought Raquel was going to win.
I mean, because they brought her back in this spectacular fashion. However,
do you think her ailment,
I think
flaring up, changed the dynamic?
I think so.
Because she said literally hours before Chamber, it flared up again.
Because of the flight.
Now, don't get me wrong. Coming from a person who has an autoimmune disorder.
Yes.
It hurts. It's painful. And it's quite literally... Oh, buddy, he needs to not be wearing crop top shirts.
On this week's episode of Who Needs Pants...
That man needs pants.
Dax Harwood.
Hey.
And Cash Wheeler.
some women might,
and Bryan Danielson.
some women might be differently said about apparently Cash Wheeler, because at least he doesn't have a dad bod on the top, aka me. If I wore,
Dude, Cash is still chunky.
he's chunky in the thighs. That is one of my favorite tag teams, though. I do love FTR. You mean fuck the Revival?
Yeah, that one.
Got it.
But yeah, no, I honestly, I was, and if they weren't gonna go with Raquel, I was really, really, really hoping that they were gonna let Liv Morgan have it.
Liv went out
Last,
last
with a roll up with a schoolboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that man has 3 title belts.
He's a Continental Crown Champion. Drunken hobo, any king thing. 100%.
By the way, yeah, we have the Drunken Hobo. Hold on, who's all in this? You have Drunken Hobo, Paper Skin Man, Pepperoni Nipples. I need some milk.
And vegan Superman.
And I need some milk vegan Superman.
And then the other guys.
And FTR. We really don't have nicknames for them, but all the people for the Blackpool Combat Club we have names for.
Well, I mean, they have Wheeler Yuta too.
Yep. Held that one back too. Yeah, I thought they should have given it to Raquel, but again, it's all storyline based. We've been seeing Becky on all the promos for WrestleMania. We've been waiting to see her versus Rhea. Again, don't get me wrong.
Who's been waiting for that?
Well, they've been doing all those promos with them together.
That's not what I asked. Who has been waiting for this?
Apparently, the humanoids are waiting for this. Humanoids! Does your brain hurt?
Yeah, because there's no story there.
No, that's Cody.
No, there's story with Liv.
All I hear is...
Listen, Peanut Gallery.
all I heard over here was...
But there's story with Liv. But there's no story with Becky.
What's the story with Liv in Rhea?
Rhea's the reason Liv's been gone.
Oh, injury storyline?
Yes. But that is one of the biggest storyline proponents in the history of wrestling. Oh, you fucked up my leg.
Right.
I'm going to come back and I'm going to break it off in your ass.
Ooh, fun. No, it's not fun.
Sounds kinky.
Ooh,
Anyway.
Yes, it does. So, obviously, Becky's the winner.
I mean,
she's going to
yes,
face Rhea at WrestleMania.
We got a
rematch?
No.
They've faced each other before.
Not for the belt.
Just in general. They put on good matches. They put on good matches.
Yeah, I mean...
It's decent. The middle portion of Elimination Chamber was the Grayson Waller effect with Seth and Cody.
There was a match before that.
Yeah, but it was...
Judgment Day.
We knew the judgment. I will say this about Judgment Day. Finn busted his digit.
His thumb. I don't know if it was broken. It might have just been dislocated.
It possibly been dislocated, but it looked gross. I rewatched that thing. I don't know how many times.
I was listening to. I actually just finished the most recent episode of 83 Weeks, and
are they past 83 weeks?
Oh yeah. Eric was saying that this event has. I guess reignited his interest in Damian Priest because, Eric, he doesn't watch it like we do. He doesn't sit down every Monday night and watch it. He's like, but
when you've been in the industry for so long, you really don't need to.
He's like, I've kept tabs, on everything, and Priest has he's like he's not only is he good, but he, for a big guy, he's very good.
He is. So, don't get me wrong. You've said it for as long as the podcast has been on, and also since I've known you, since the day you saw him live at Veterans. I call it Veterans, but it's not Veterans anymore. It's Ivy Hall now. Old, remember? Over at Veterans, you saw this 6'7" human being doing not 6'7" things.
No, he should be wearing a mask and flying around a ring in Mexico
Mexico? Arriba?
or Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
It's a little
Yeah.
violent.
Yeah, okay. The Grayson Waller effect, though,
Drug on.
it went
was
too long.
Yeah.
You could tell it went too long. Theory tried to do things that no one needed from Theory.
So annoying.
I like Cody almost missing the Cody cutter.
Yeah.
Like, it was close. His shoe almost missed it.
Every time since he's come back that he has tried to do the Cody cutter, the opponent is too close. No, they're too close.
Too close? They almost hits him with the shoulder blade?
Well, 9 times out of 10, they're taking a shoulder to the chin. Whereas they should be farther back because Cody's tall.
He is tall. Taller than most people think he is.
He is a very lanky human being, and when he is springing off the middle rope and he's at full extension looking to catch you, you need to take like 3 steps back from where you think you should be.
Completely agree with you.
Like it makes it look sloppy, and if you're gonna do something like that, it needs to be crisp.
Now, I don't think it's Cody's fault. It's always the opponent's fault for being too close.
Well, and
obviously it's a dance, but still,
if it comes down to it, though, Cody needs to maybe not spring so hard.
Yeah,
but that's neither here.
I get that.
Neither here nor
we also
there.
got Cody challenging Dwayne
The Rock
to a one-on-one match, which we don't
anytime, anywhere, and no one will care.
Wow, you rhymed. Are you Dr. Seuss?
I'm a poet, and I didn't even know
it. Every time something is funny, I get him going,
yeah! Now we get the giggle in the background.
I love it so much. It's like doing it in front of a live. We'll do it live! It's like doing it a live ad every single time. It just makes me happy. It's great to have them here. I love them. I love having them at home.
Right.
When is Cody gonna have a match with Dwayne? It's not obviously. It's not.
We're not gonna do it on Raw or SmackDown.
Well, there's no other events,
right?
And it's not gonna be at WrestleMania. I really
Night
think
one. Him and Seth.
I really think it's gonna be on a SmackDown. I truly do. I truly think it's gonna be on a SmackDown.
I'm still calling Cody and Seth against Rock and Roman night 1.
So it's funny you say that. Apparently Dwayne did pitch that for a tag team match for night 1, but it was not quickly, but it was denied by the creative team. That is guaranteed, locked in. That they said no. I don't feel like this is a necessary thing to happen.
How are you gonna tell your boss no? You fired.
When did he turn into a brown Donald?
Right.
Fair. Seth announcing that he is going to be complete healthy for upcoming events, just for him to go on medical leave again.
Yeah.
It's like
lose the belt at Mania, and he's gonna go home, take a nap, drink some milk.
Always. Soon, because I'm working on that this weekend on Saturday, the shop will have T-shirts available.
Let's go!
And then the last thing before we take our auditorial listen, and then you'll do our wonderful read to our wonderful YouTubers.
Do I need to be closer to that?
Slightly. I would like you to.
For the...
Yeah, just up there.
The words?
The words.
Okay.
Yeah. Men's elimination, we knew. We said who was going to win. We knew how it was going to be. I didn't expect the ending.
So, yeah, AJ Styles kind of fucked that up.
Slightly. That and also Logan Paul using the brass knucks and punching Randy in the face.
I mean, yeah, but now we're going to get Randy and Logan.
Which then Logan will drop the title to Randy and he'll get another title belt.
Versus LA Knight.
So we're gonna get
versus Logan Paul is what it should have been.
Maybe it might be a triple threat.
It'll be AJ Styles and LA Knight.
So
in a grudge match of sorts.
I will say though, congratulations to Drew McIntyre. Also,
Two-time.
Also, congratulations to Drew again for re-signing his deal with WWE.
False. That's not true. He has not re-signed. I don't know where you read that.
4 different reports.
It's not true.
4 different reports.
Drew McIntyre himself has said
again.
It didn't.
I read it again today.
Not true. From where?
We'll get into it after the break. We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, Dubby Energy. Dubby is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. Dubby is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented neurofactor. Dubby gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-official colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, Dubby ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, see what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with Dubby. And we're back. Thank you. Okay, so while auditorially listening, you're right. I hate admitting it. It hurts me to my core. It makes me sad. There were some false narratives that were out there. I read into some other people. It hurts me. Oh, calm down. You sound like you. That sounded like a really crappy car alarm. Or a bird. There's a goat in here.
He said I'm right, which happens a lot, actually. So,
according to who?
Everyone.
Who is everyone? 2 people don't count as everyone. Oh, God. No, just stare at your belt. Touch your belt.
I'm going to hit you with this.
That's fine. Can I leave like the crown indented on my forehead?
Probably going to be a piece of your scalp, like right here.
That's cool. Austin's missing a piece of his scalp.
I see that.
Oh, fun story. Just a quick, non sequitur.
Oh, is this going to be like the Hazel knockout story?
Nothing will ever be the Hazel knockout story. Austin went to a birthday party this past week. Can I assist you, sir? Exactly.
They don't need to see it.
Austin went to a birthday party this past week, and while playing around, he was playing with a ping pong against a wall. I'm not sure what they were doing with this ping pong, but they were throwing it against the wall. And it went near this television, mounted, and he directly went to the corner, and it went bam, left the Star of David on the top of his dome, where my widow's peak begins. And this kid took it like a champ. Now, were there tears? Of course there were, because ow. But nice little chunk was gone. And when I went to go pick him up, this Band-Aid was like the most biggest oversized Band-Aid you've ever seen in your life. And I'm like, what happened? And I was thinking like this big, like, oh my God. I look at him and it's fine. I almost went,
scratch my ass harder than that.
Dude, I've had worser things happen in my elementary statuses. There was like at Johnston at Lawson Elementary, there were 2 purple poles that you could slide on. Like it was like parallel bars. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting on them as a kid. And back in the day when your parents made you wear the big puffy coat during the wintertime and you can't move. Yeah, I sat on top of that. You know what happens when you're sitting on a cold pipe in the middle of winter? It's slick. Well, instead of going backwards, I went forwards. Well, my arms were stuck like this. So I went, Face first, unicorn horn. And not a fancy unicorn, just a unicorn, like a big, giant purple thing coming out of my face. Yes.
Did you have fun?
No. I did not.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, so Obviously, in the second segment of our day,
Drew McIntyre has a ruptured eardrum,
yes, he does.
and that is legitimate. That is truth, not our truth.
Our truth?
It's actual like medical thing. Unlike that is a fact. That is 100% true. Unlike what you said earlier about his contract.
I already redacted it. It's been redacted.
I didn't see a pterodactyl.
So, as in my second segments, I always have things that I line up for good old fun time questions.
Yeah, let's go.
I've got a couple of. You see that? Look. Oh, baby.
Sweet
So,
Jesus. All right,
ready for this? I
Yeah.
need your opinion.
I'm ready.
Agree or disagree? I already know your answer, but I want you to explain it.
You want the world to experience.
I want
my
your viewpoint to the people out there.
answer.
There would be no Attitude Era
If it wasn't for Vince Russo.
if Kevin Nash and Scott Hall don't jump to WCW.
True.
Why do you agree? Because there are people out there thinking that still the natural aggression of WWE at the time was still growing and adapting to a better way, that there still would be some kind of Attitude Era without the jump to WCW.
So, yes, there would have been the gradual evolution of the wrestling business. However, some of the stars and Hall of Famers that we watched during that era would not exist if it wasn't for Scott Hall and Kevin Nash jumping ship to World Championship Wrestling.
Is this where the big boys play?
Yeah.
Are you...
You don't know who I... You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Is the biggest swerve in WCW, WWE wrestling when one guy was on two different shows at the same time on the same day?
Was it Rick Rude?
Ravishing? Was it the biggest swerve that he pre-recorded Monday Night Raw
and then
actually showed up
live on Nitro?
Is that one of the biggest swerves?
It's not even a swerve. It's just hilarious
that he did it on purpose, knowing that he would be like, I'm already out of my contract.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like Lex Luger showing up.
How did we hold on? Pause. How did we not start off the podcast like this? We had two massive deaths in the wrestling universe. I'm so sorry. That's on us. That should not have. We should have started this off. One of the original members of the Four Horsemen passed away yesterday.
Monday.
Tuesday ago?
Monday.
On Monday night. Yeah, because I saw it
because the other one was yesterday.
Yeah.
Ole Anderson. Passed away at the age of 84. Was one of the original members of, like Justin said, of the Four Horsemen. He and Arn were a tag team. Those dudes were bruisers. They inflicted pain on people. Minnesota Wrecking Crew. And then Ole went on to become a booker.
Yeah.
He was a booker in Crockett, and then for a little bit in WCW. He didn't necessarily fit the narrative that everybody wanted to see.
Right.
But to Ole was a purist.
Yeah, 100%.
It was about...
Back in the day, anybody was purist like that. That was just the finer days of wrestling were that.
So that is a pretty big loss.
Massive.
For the world of professional wrestling.
And then the next day...
Yes, which would have been yesterday, Tuesday.
Virgil.
And, everybody
has their opinions on Virgil.
Everybody likes to talk shit about
Very much so. Yep, they do.
But the man was he most definitely was ahead of his time because he was a great worker in the ring. He was a great character.
So that was the one thing that I think nowadays they've lost the art in what Virgil did, so people can sing now.
Having an actual gimmick.
Yeah, well, that's the thing
Yeah.
is that Virgil, instantly when I think of Virgil, I think if you will think differently. I immediately when I think of Virgil, I think of the $1 Million Man and his being the sidekick as him.
He was his butler, basically.
Yeah, with the red tuxedo, and
he was Ted DiBiase's Alfred.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was. Yeah, and then I also immediately think of Virgil wearing an NWO shirt too.
Yeah,
that was the time when everybody was in the NWO
too. So funny thing about that, when he went to WCW, his name was Vincent.
Vincent, yes,
which was a play on Vince McMahon.
Correct.
And when he was in WWF at the time, his name, Virgil, was a spoof on Dusty Rhodes, who was the booker for WCW at the time.
Right. So his homage to all his names were against the companies that they were against.
Right. His character was just one big character. His entire wrestling career was just one big gimmick. But that is 100% why people will remember him.
Oh, 100%. And that's what's sad because that's a shame on me. We should have started the podcast with those two. I feel bad because, we started off all the other podcasts when people have passed on.
Well, I mean,
when Superstar Billy Graham, we started it off. When Bray, we started it off.
Let's be real. Like, if you look at the average wrestling fan now,
they're not going to know who we're talking about.
You look at them and go, "Hey, what are your thoughts on Ole Anderson?"
They're not going to.
They're going to be like, "Who?"
That's why we come with a different perspective.
Right.
That we still to this day go back and watch the classics. Right. And watch those Max.
I showed you my continue watching on Peacock when you were at my house a couple weeks ago. I was watching the Monday Nitro episode when Scott Hall first appeared.
The other day when we were turning on Peacock for Elimination Chamber, I had popped up. It was I was watching 2006. I think it was 2006 New Year's Revolution. I love going back to the 2000s.
It's the first one ever.
Very much so. Anyways, we'll go to the next thing. And I think it's apropos to talk about this because AEW is on right now. There was a fan poll that went out recently across all spectrums. So from young to old right now. And I think we can't disagree with this. Well, you could, but whatever. 86% of fans say AEW feels less fun than it did in its early years.
Well, no shit.
Well, I know. But the thing is, in the early years, as we all know, it's like when you get in that relationship. Right at the beginning, it's like, ooh. Slap hands?
I have a question.
Slap hands?
Well, not really a question, more of a statement. Saying that AEW right now is not as exciting as it was at the beginning is as a statement is just as obvious as me looking at you and saying, "Hey, you're wearing a pink shirt."
This is pink?
Shut up.
I know it's pink. I bought it because it was pink.
I mean, well, no shit.
Well, yeah, I get that.
WWE is not the same as it was 5 years ago.
Well, WWE
is much more interesting now.
It's really crazy to think. Think about that. We've talked about it. So, like I was going to say, AEW, beginning of AEW, I remember us talking about it when we worked at Toyota together. Like, hey, this new thing's starting.
No.
Yes, it was the very first Double or Nothing.
You were still at Toyota.
I think I was texting you or something like that, but it's Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this might be something pretty cool.
Right.
And then obviously Pandemic, they did better quality control when it comes to Pandemic and actually had fans still and did these matches.
They didn't have fans.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
At Daly's Place?
Daly's Place, that was the roster.
So they still had masked fans in crowded areas.
Towards the end.
Yeah, but still. They also had...
At the very beginning, it was just the guys and gals on the roster.
They did a better job at creating content during the.
Well, yeah, not everybody's got a Thunderdome. You love
Not
it.
everybody did a stadium stampede.
What's wrong with Stadium Stampede?
It's lost its art.
Has it?
I won't lie though. My favorite COVID match that they ever did was the exploding barbed wire death match.
My favorite match during COVID was the the elimination, or not? God, Jesus.
Will you get it
Was
together?
Money in the Bank.
Oh,
when they
at
did
the
it
at the headquarters.
When they did it at Titan Tower.
At the headquarters when it was just a joke.
Yeah, they absolutely just trashed the building.
Well, that was a lot of fun to watch, of course.
Because they were going to do a remodel anyway.
So they said, hey, why not? Let's do it.
Just destroy the building. That's fine.
So I agree. Don't get me wrong. I think AEW, right? Is
fell.
it shiny for you?
It's
a shiny object for you.
It fell.
I think AEW, with adding their creative person coming in, is going to help, but they are dying. It's dying.
Yeah.
And without a healthy...
It's been WCW from 96 to 2001.
Right, yeah.
97 to 2001.
And without Adam Cole being healthy, without Kenny healthy, without technically Hangman, even though he swerved everybody, still, you can't put everything on the shoulders of Hangman. Jericho, not healthy. You have all these people who aren't there anymore that we saw in early AEW that they're not there now, and you relied on old WWE talent, now have left. So now we've had, well, not that it was a big loss, but now, Ty Dillinger is now back in NXT.
How awesome was that?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
With Ridge Holland in the ring, the lights go out, and I watched Santy, his reaction.
I love Santy.
The Undertaker? First of all, what?
No. Yeah, no.
And then the lights, they didn't come all the way back.
No, you just saw like a figure jump into the ring.
It was dark-ish.
Yeah.
And he just smokes him with that chair.
It was good.
It was
a good shot.
That is how Shawn Spears should have come back. 100%.
Mm-hmm. He's not the perfect 10.
No.
He's
the chairman.
He is just the chairman. I think AEW has some things. You know what he's about to do. You know.
It's Sting!
Yeah, exactly. That's all Tony Schiavone
Honestly,
does.
this is really the only segment that I cared about tonight because I want to hear what Sting's got to say, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, we'll watch that tomorrow. It's not a big deal. There is also the bigger news of the night. Son of Haku. New Japan's newest defect, leaving the company to come join the... I guarantee you he'll be a Bloodline member.
He's going to NXT.
He'll be a part of the Bloodline family.
He's going to NXT.
I know you may think, you want...
joining with the Good Brothers. Because it's the OC. Nope.
Right.
So, yes. Some know him as Hikuleo.
No.
Some know him as Tamatonga.
Yes.
Same guy.
No. No, it's not. Hikuleo's different.
Pretty sure that
Hikuleo is a whole different human being.
Pretty sure that
No.
it is. Yeah, why are we arguing about this? I told you it's not the same guy.
Stop it, you idiot. I'm like, no. This isn't. Oh, I thought this was Sting's. This is Will.
Bill Oceansprite!
No!
Bill Oceansprite! Bill Oceansprite!
No!
Bill Oceansprite.
It's Will Ospreay.
Bill Oceansprite.
He's gained some weight.
Yeah,
He's gotten some chunk.
he's cool.
He's got a little bit of chunk in his face.
But
Do you see that man with a chunk in his face? It's Will Ospreay.
He's going to NXT.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Guaranteed.
You're gonna guarantee me?
I think you're high on crack.
No, not today.
You should do a bet.
Should do a bet.
That if I win, your dad has to shave his head. And if he
Done.
And if he wins, he has to shave his head.
Done again.
Okay.
No.
But I mean, yeah, I don't.
Okay, to be fair, the likeliness of him going to NXT is true. Yes, he will be the new, Solo Sikoa in NXT.
Why do you think the Good Brothers are there?
So it's funny, when they showed up on NXT, was it 2 weeks ago, or it wasn't just last week? It was 2 weeks ago. I even said out loud, it's probably fair for them to go to NXT. They're not doing anything on main roster. Might as well get them down there. I get it. But when this news wasn't announced yet until
A couple days ago.
so now it's like, oh, I can see it. But bring Meechin down there too. Why not? Have the whole OC down there, and then you're gonna have heel, AJ hanging out in SmackDown land. Might as well start a whole new revolution again. But I do think eventually he will join that too. So we know with every bit
It still
of
exists.
true, we all know with Chamber, there were some other things that were supposed to have happened, but Royal Rumble, a lot of things changed. A lot of narratives changed. It's been recently leaked out of what original plans for Chamber were before the...
Was it supposed to be Dwayne? Was Dwayne supposed to be there?
No. So this is what it is.
Wrong again.
So CM Punk was not supposed to win the Royal Rumble. They were going to give it to Cody. They were going to have Punk win the Elimination Chamber to make him face Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship. There's that one.
Well, of course, that's going to come out now after they had to call an audible.
Then Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre at Elimination Chamber. So Drew would have been taken out of the Chamber match, and Punk would have been in Drew's place. So there's that. Becky Lynch winning the EC was always in the cards. Grayson Waller effect was not supposed to be Cody and Seth. It was supposed to be it was supposed to be Grayson Waller and Dwayne. Seth Rollins was supposed to face Bronson Reed for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
And the reason he got pulled out of everything is because he had a baby.
Yeah.
And it wasn't sudden. Like
early.
They were like, he knew he had enough time to possibly do Perth and be able to do, Elimination Chamber, but because baby came, I think, 2 weeks early, if I'm not mistaken, so 38 weeks.
Yep.
He promptly said, I can't. And honestly, good for him. Sucks that you lose that push because they were starting to push big Bronson Reed.
I don't know why he did that.
Big Bronson Reed.
We know he's big!
According to WWE, no, they don't. They like to say he's huge. He's a big old Bronson Reed. He wants to be a big boy on the screen. Oh, Garrett, you're praying.
I'm going to hit you with this title belt.
Cool. I have one too.
I have jokes for you after we're done with the podcast.
There's tiny people.
Yep. Are.
Then, before the allegations, Brock Lesnar was supposed to face Dominic Mysterio because at Rumble, Dominic was supposed to eliminate Brock at the Rumble. And that was supposed to happen. And Rhea versus Nia was always supposed to be for the championship at Elimination Chamber. I feel like that makes sense for most of them.
I like this card better anyway.
The one we just saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. And then did you see this news? TNA is considering moving back to live television.
Good.
And the place they're trying to host it, they're staying in Florida, but they want to be partners next to WWE NXT at Full Sail University. Which further proves that maybe that partnership is getting closer and closer to a done deal, that they want to have the talent there at TNA where NXT might show up on TNA television every once in a while. which is really funny.
Where are they going to go?
I don't know.
Spike?
Well,
CMT?
right.
TNN?
TNN. Wow. Going in the Wayback Machine there, bud. I think it's funny, though, is that all the people that just signed with TNA are all former WWE guys, and they're going to be bought into potentially. I like the move. I like that TNA is thinking ahead now. I hate that Scott D'Amore is not there to do it.
Yeah,
but
the fact that Scott D'Amore is gone kind of sours it for me.
And I think it sours it for a lot of the people that are in there as well.
Yeah.
So that's all my little things. Did you have anything for me before we go into our second break? No.
I thought of something today. I don't remember what it was. I should have written it down when I thought about it.
You know how to read? When did you learn how to read?
2nd grade.
2nd grade?
No.
3rd grade?
Kindergarten.
Well,
actually, I knew how to read before I went into kindergarten.
Oh, well, that's good. I think I did too. I just don't remember. It was a long time ago. With that being said, we're going to go into our second break on the auditorial side. So we'll be right back. We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, Dubby Energy. Dubby is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. Dubby is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented Neurofactor. Dubby gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-official colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, Dubby ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, see what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with Dubby. And welcome back, auditorial listeners.
Yeah.
To the 3rd installment of GQ, a wrestling podcast. So, there's one thing that I always try to do for you, is try to stump you.
Yeah, let's go.
It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I love to try to stump Garrett. So, Garrett, are you ready for my newest segment of trying to stump you?
Can I pee first? Because I gotta pee.
He ran away.
Look at me in that tone of voice, boy.
He ran away. He ran away from me, which is fine. To the people of the GQ Wrestling Podcast, I'm going to get a little closer. Actually, no, I'm not, because hello. So, on a weekly basis, I try to stump good old Garrett with my ways of doing things. So, he doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to get him. One of these weeks, I'm going to get him. And I can't wait to try to stump him because it's awesome. So now the real question is, do you think I get him this week? Type in the comments, do all the things. And while we're waiting for him to come back from his little urination break, I'm going to ask you all to do me a favor. Help me out by doing this. Share, subscribe on all platforms for it. Garrett.
Yeah.
The best thing about our platforms that we have right now is because we are genuinely stupid and fun. Don't do that. Yeah, it's up over his head too. Cowboys. Yeah, you can throw that. It's over there now. The one thing that I do...
Too bad I can't putt that accurately.
That's so true. The one thing about our podcast that we truly do love and adore is that our clips are going crazy. We actually hit 3,000 views on one of our clips on YouTube.
Holy shnikes.
I can't make that up. It was amazing to see 3,000 views on one of our clips on YouTube. It actually was paying homage to the great Ric Flair to his birthday this past week. I actually had a clip personally myself that went viral itself as well. I had over 6,000 views on my video that I posted this week. That actually is one of our newest shirts that will be in the shop. Dude, did I send it to you? I hope I did. If not, I'm going to show you live this amazing video that I sat here and laughed. Currently, right now, it has 6,239 views.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Hey,
you sent me that. This is so, I like reading the comments.
So I will come up here and I'll show you amazing people. So
That's fantastic.
the other day I'm sitting over there and I look up and I see a goose on the building next to us. And I look up and I go, yeah, this is happening. And I pulled up the Roman Reigns theme song and I said, you have to acknowledge your tribal goose. The comments, since posting this video, this has been shared 50 plus times. It has been saved over 40. Over 400 people have liked it, and there's over 6,000 views. The amazing comment section has been great. There's been a lot of finger points.
The internet always wins.
There's a lot of... My favorite one was my tribal goose. The duck has to finish his story. Because, the goose gets it, but the duck has to finish his story. I acknowledge you as tribal goose. The only chief I acknowledge. Now, this is something I will acknowledge. Yes, my tribal goose. This would be a cool t-shirt. That is our buddy Ryan, who creates all of our t-shirts. And instantly, this man mocked up a t-shirt.
Really?
Instantly.
That's fantastic.
And honestly, like I said, it's going to be in our shop. Like I said, I'm working on it this coming up week.
Acknowledge your tribal goose.
I have to show you this amazing shirt. I acknowledge my tribal.
That's fantastic.
So this will be in our store.
God.
I acknowledge my tribal goose.
Oh, that's great.
I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing.
Ryan,
sold.
You're the man.
Ryan is amazing.
You're the man, dude.
He's amazing.
That's fantastic.
My favorite comment of all was anyone else waiting for the goose to point his wing up into the sky?
That's great.
Oh, it was honestly one of my favorite things. But speaking of things that are going to go viral, Garrett, my challenge to you. It is a simple challenge. It really is. Because I know you, and I know you know the answers to every one of these. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to see that belt. I'm gonna need to see that. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need to see that. But Chocolate! Chocolate! Put it down! The Undertaker.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Had a WrestleMania streak, as we all know in the wrestling industry. There was many matches that he won. Obviously, we know he lost 2.
Yeah.
He lost to Brock.
Yeah.
Lost to Roman.
Yeah.
Sir, can you name all of the opponents that The Undertaker has had during his WrestleMania streak?
God, do I have to do them in order?
I could be mean and say yes.
And I still wouldn't do it.
But you're not going to do it anyway because you're free white and not 21.
Right.
So, for your title belt, sir, can you name all the members of the Undertaker's WrestleMania wins. Are you ready for the challenge?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to say start.
And go.
Jimmy Snuka.
Jimmy Snuka was his actual first opponent. This is gonna be the fun part for me. I love checking.
Well, I didn't. So I'm just gonna run through the easy ones real
Of course,
quick.
go ahead.
Giant Gonzalez.
That is his WrestleMania 9 opponent, third win.
So Big Show and A Train at the same time.
Big Show and A Train for his 11th victory.
Hunter twice.
Hunter, Paul Levesque, back-to-back for 19 and 20.
Sean twice.
Back-to-back wins 17 and 18.
Bray.
Oh, isn't that sad? But yes, Bray was one of them when he was trying to pass on the torch.
Okay, so this might be a stupid question, but is AJ Styles on this list?
AJ Styles is on this list because even though it was a COVID match,
Okay.
it is still a victory at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Not obviously not a part of the streak,
Right.
but
well,
AJ's.
I wasn't sure if we were doing streak only or
we could do streak only,
no,
but we also couldn't. But it's any victory that AJ, anytime Undertaker beat anybody at WrestleMania.
So Kane.
Kane was his 12th victory. I know you'll get a lot of these. There's some random ones in there though. Yokozuna? Is that one of your answers, sir? Because that would be incorrect. He never faced Yokozuna.
That's why I said it with the question mark.
Was that the question mark? He never faced Yoko.
Oh no, that was.
Wouldn't that have been a hell of a match, though? There's a lot of names.
Edge.
Where is it? I know I saw him. Edge was his 16th victory.
I know he won the belt from Edge.
Yes, he did. It is actually his only championship match at WrestleMania where he won the title.
Dave.
Batista was his 15th. So now you have 21. Oh, sorry. You have 20 through 15 done. So you're missing the last one before the streak ended. Which most people forget about that one. And it was an important storyline at the time because of the urn.
Punk.
He beat Punk. So that was number 21. So you've got 21 through 15.
So a lot of the ruthless aggression ones are.
That was during his American Badass years.
Yeah, and they're super foggy because I wasn't actively watching.
Right. Yeah, well, so during his the ones that you haven't gotten were all in the 90s and then the early 2000s. Oh, also he did face Hunter one other time. He was his 9th victory, so I'll give you Hunter's 3 times. Most person he's ever faced at WrestleMania, by the way, too.
But I'm also trying to remember the early ones because.
So you got obviously 1 and 3.
I got yes.
WrestleMania 8. I forgot that this one was in there, but okay, he is a WWE legend, and he is in the Hall of Fame.
So this one is. This one was the one I think that they did at Caesar's Palace.
For 2.
Yeah.
No, that was 3. Giant Gonzalez was outside.
Oh, that's right. Because he came in and he had the
yes.
crow on
yes. WrestleMania 8 was actually in the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana. The match did not last long. It was only a 6-minute match against a Hall of Famer.
That saying it's a Hall of Famer doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it was obviously 92. It could be anybody at that point.
Right.
There's a couple of names that you really like, so that are in here too still. And if you want ends, I'll give you up to 3 for the whole segment.
Give me a hint on the early one.
Okay, WrestleMania 8. That was the one in Indiana. This man always carried a bag everywhere he went. And
was it Jake Roberts?
He beat Jake Roberts for his 2nd victory.
Damn it, I knew that too.
Okay. So
I kept thinking it.
There was somebody.
I kept thinking Jake Roberts, and it's like, I don't know if that ever happened.
Right. Yep. Nope. That was his second victory. So you've got Jimmy Snuka, Jake Roberts, and Giant Gonzalez. So now you're at 4. You need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, you got no, dude. Never got that one. 8 and 10. Sid is on there. Psycho Sid was a 6th victory, and actually one of his longest matches of his career at WrestleMania 13, 22 minutes. It's a long match for Taker.
The fake Undertaker.
No, he never faced the fake Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Are you sure?
100%.
I want to say Diesel, but I don't.
Diesel is his 5th victory in '96 before he defected to WCW.
So what years am I missing?
You're missing 95, 98, 99, 2002, and then you got everybody else. That's in the streaks. So I'm counting the streak.
98 and 99. Peak Attitude Era.
But when you think of these guys, you don't think of them as Attitude Era. Well, actually, one of them. There's one that is Attitude Era. One that I would only think of him as early WWE. Early Monday Night Raw. He was in the first episode of Monday Night Raw. And ironically, it was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for this WrestleMania for the last time they were there at 15. Would you like a hint for him?
Which one is that?
This one would be his 8th victory in 99. I'll give you this. It was in a Hell in a Cell match in 99. And the character that he faced wore tactical gear.
Was it Boss Man?
Big Boss Man.
Because they hung him in the
Mhm.
ring. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The only one that you're missing, 95 is a little harder. This WrestleMania was in Connecticut. Hartford, Connecticut, 95, WrestleMania 11. He wore a singlet with the one strap over the shoulder, but he was not highly talked about a ton if you watched early 80s wrestling. Bald guy.
Bundy.
King Kong Bundy. And you're missing one of the best ones at 2002. It was in a no DQ match, and it was the very first time the streak was acknowledged, and it was in Ontario, Canada, in the Sky Dome. WrestleMania 18, the big old X8. One of the best wrestlers of all time he faced. When you think of wrestling.
Was it Jericho?
He never faced Jericho.
Was it Flair?
Flair at 10. I
What
tend to forget.
what do I have left? 98? 99?
98. That's your last one.
And that's it.
And this one is big because this was during the time when Paul Bearer had left him. So he has no Paul Bearer with him anymore. And Paul defected to be this man's manager.
Was it Mankind?
No.
I already said Kane.
Oh, sorry. Did you say Kane?
Yeah.
I missed Kane then. That is Kane. I apologize. That was
he
Kane.
faced Kane at like 2 or 3 different WrestleManias.
He faced him at WrestleMania 20, and also this was Masked Kane back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, who the hell am I missing?
Yeah. It's really funny the notable characters that you don't think of at the beginning. I forgot that he faced Snuka first.
Well, the one that tripped me up the most was Bossman.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking like I knew that he wrestled Bundy. I just couldn't. It was like no, I don't think that was at WrestleMania.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, yeah, no, that was at WrestleMania.
Right. So then after WrestleMania, after the streak,
bang bang scissor gang. Anyway,
after WrestleMania, after the streak was over, he did face a couple more people like Bray He faced Roman, and then he faced AJ. But there's 2 other ones that he faced.
John.
One of the dumbest matches of WrestleMania history, where John was sitting as a bystander in the audience and got the call and lasted literally. And then one of my favorite Hell in a Cell matches against Undertaker, where we saw a man die because he jumped from the top of the cell.
Oh, Shane O'Mac.
When Shane broke everything in his ribs.
Yeah,
because he bounced off of the announce table. Crazy. I think there's only one other thing that I wanted to speak with you on.
Trying to stump me on?
Nah, see, stumping it's lucrative because these are gonna get harder and harder every single time. That one's hard, but there's a couple ones that are harder. Are you wearing a necklace?
No.
You're not?
Nope.
You're not?
Nope.
Were you just a second ago?
Nope.
Okay. No, I was actually kind of happy to see a video that came up on my feed this week.
What was it?
Kenny Omega looking healthy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it
was kind of nice and refreshing to see a healthy Kenny Omega for the first time in a couple months. Yeah. Now, obviously, again,
he's not
coming back right now.
Healthy, like ring healthy.
But he's finally making public appearances again. He's finally going to be out there. He's doing promo stuff for
video games.
For his video game in Japan.
And he's talking a lot about his Twitch.
Yeah.
So
which him and Chugs do together too.
Chugs.
If you don't know who Chugs is, that's Adam Cole. Goodness. There was recently there was a thing that just came out. Actually just came out a couple hours ago. So at New Japan's latest house show, actually not house show, their latest pay-per-view, Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, won his very first world title,
New Japan title,
outside of WWE. I know we don't have to say this, but I'm going to. Matt Riddle won his title in New Japan.
Yeah.
He also recently admitted that he did cocaine a ton while he was in WWE, and they failed. The drug tests failed, but they never gave any repercussions against him during those times until it got brought up, and that's why he got not released, but got
future endeavored.
That does not shock me, honestly.
No.
And then also with Sunday coming up with Revolution. Revolution's got a great card. We're not going to talk about it a ton for the sake of we want to digest it. We want to be able to watch it and just we want to
talk about the card,
which we can. I'll get through this last one and then we'll talk about the card. So WWE 2K24 is coming out.
Yep.
And they just recently announced who is going to be involved in the game. They've been doing all these things on Monday Night Raw. If you've been watching Monday Night Raw, it shows their gamer tag and what their rankings are.
Yeah.
They have recently announced the newest 25 playable superstars that are on the list.
You're on the list!
They have, for you to get excited about, I know you don't play these games, but there is an ECW pack.
Oh, I know.
The people on this list are Bubba Ray, Devon, Sandman, Terry Funk, Paul Heyman as a manager.
Oh, the old funker.
And then they call it the ECW Punk pack because CM Punk was ECW.
Gross.
They also have the Post Malone and Friends pack. You can play as Post Malone in WWE 2K24.
Is Bad Bunny in this game?
Sensational Sherry is in there.
Nice.
Mosh is in there. Thrasher is in there. Honky Tonk Man and Jimmy Hart is the manager. There is a Pat McAfee pack where you can play as Pat McAfee.
Ew.
There is a WCW pack.
I'm listening.
DDP, Iron Sheik, Mr. Perfect, Great Muta, Lex Luger.
Why is Iron Sheik in the WCW pack?
It's in the WCW pack. And then there's a global superstar one for Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, Michelle McCool, Carlito, Kairi Sane, Lyra Valkyria, and Dragon Lee. And more will be announced later at a later date. I think it's awesome to have these characters in there. I'm excited for it. It's really cool.
It's gonna be on Switch, isn't it?
I believe so. I know it's on PlayStation because that's the one I would get it on. So
I really don't have any.
I have
an Xbox.
You have an
but it's
Xbox.
not hooked up, and when I turn it on and hook it up to the internet, it's gonna have to update for 2.5 days.
You're not wrong. So as of right now, the AEW Revolution 2024 card, there is a lot that is going on.
We're gonna do predictions.
So here is the fight card. We have a little bit of time.
Yep.
Currently, right now, you have FTR of Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler versus the Blackpool Combat Club of John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli.
I think, realistically, I think BCC is probably going to win, but I don't.
Whatever. Oh God, keep going.
I don't know if.
A lot of things.
I think it's probably going to be a very.
There's a lot of things that just happened under my butt.
To the live?
No.
No. I honestly, I think we're probably going to get. I think BCC will win.
Yeah, I agree. Even though I want FTR to win, and right now they're just not pushing anything FTR related.
No.
I think they're starting to get back in wrestling again. They're finally starting to get some action again for being off for a while, so you're just getting exposure. Then we have the Meat Madness match.
Big meaty man slapping meat.
Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Lance Archer. Honestly, the only person that will probably win this, it should be Wardlow. I don't think it's going to be Powerhouse. I don't think it's going to be Lance. It's probably going to be Wardlow with his
Wardlow
push.
is really the only thing that's got anybody. The only person that's got anything going on right now.
Like Powerhouse has, the
Callis
family thing, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Then we have Will Ospreay versus Konosuke
Takeshita.
I think Ospreay, but
Bill Oceanspray.
Stop your nonsense.
You said it.
Gross. Then we have
2 weeks ago.
It was a mistake, and we all know it.
Don't talk about yourself.
Then we have a TNT title match of Christian Cage versus Daniel Garcia.
I think
Garcia finally gets it, and we get rid of Christian Cage for a little bit.
Forever.
And it's not going to be
forever.
It's not going to be forever.
Damn it.
Next, Eddie Kingston versus Bryan Danielson for the Continental Crown title. Kingston loses. Bryan gets it.
Yeah.
It's time. You want vegan Superman to win something?
Over the drunken hobo? Absolutely.
Then we have the AEW women's title match. Timeless Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo. What should happen? Deonna Purrazzo should get it. Yeah. What will happen? Timeless Toni Storm retains.
What will happen is Timeless Toni Storm loses the match.
I disagree. Tony Khan is saying this is his best shtick he's ever created. Quite literally. He is all fondled over this thing that he says that this is the greatest thing he has created.
I agree with that, but this gimmick has run its course.
I completely agree with you. But also, we've said this before, AEW doesn't get those context clues. And I think they're going to give it to Toni Storm. And Purrazzo won't win. So, that's just my thing. You got something for it? No. Then we have the AEW International title. Roddy Strong versus freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Stop it!
Your boy!
Is that a t-shirt too?
Orange Cassidy.
Is that a t-shirt too for you?
It could be.
Your boy.
Nope. Your boy!
Ryan, I know you watch. Make it for him. He'd be a happy human being. Roddy gets it. I think this is where the Kingdom starts gaining titles and becoming the biggest faction in AEW.
Yep.
Then we have the co-main event for the AEW World Title: Samoa Joe versus Hangman versus Swerve. I so badly want to say Swerve gets it, but I think Joe retains.
So we've talked about context clues in the go home episodes of wrestling in the past, and usually the winner of the match on the pay-per-view gets laid out.
True.
Gets beat up.
Yep.
Doesn't walk away from their TV segment healthy. Quote unquote healthy.
Right.
So what did we see tonight? We saw Adam Page hit Swerve Strickland with a crutch.
Yep. So you're saying, in contextual ways, Swerve gets his first title. Because obviously it's a triple threat. Anything goes. You don't have to pin the champion.
I wholeheartedly believe that Swerve Strickland is ready. I have never seen Sky Blue do a Canadian Destroyer. That was amazing.
Right.
Hold
on. I think, her Canadian Destroyer was absolutely disgusting. Anyways, so
awesome.
I think Swerve, you're right. Swerve getting hit by the crutch with our context clues, knowing things from all these years of watching wrestling. Yes, of course, that is the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wholeheartedly believe that in the wrestling business, that is the way that it has always been. It doesn't matter who is the booker, who's running the card, who's doing any of that. I think Swerve's going to win.
Right. And then in the main event, it is the Young Bucks of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson versus the tag team of Sting and Darby in Sting's farewell match.
You mean the EVPs?
Yes, the EVPs. Oh,
Matthew,
you mean those two?
And Nicholas Jackson.
Those guys. This is Sting and Darby's farewell match. There's only one way to do it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
there's only one way to do this match, right?
Flair turns on Sting.
Well, there's fine, two ways to do this match.
Well, no, it's the same way. Flair turns on Sting, and the EVPs win.
So is that how it will go down? Is that
I wholeheartedly think that is the way that it should go down. It might not go down that way, but I mean, it very well could. It might not.
Are you saying, for the people out there, the humanoids, you're saying that Sting loses his final match in all of wrestling on the final pay-per-view?
Sting might lose his final match to the EVPs. However, Steve Borden might not.
So
I think this will be the last time that we see Steve Borden in face paint as Sting.
So you're saying he's not going to leave the company and he's going to be a part of AEW just as a non-wrestling character?
Yes.
It's not a bad idea. Do you like that Lionheart is on the screen?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy the fact that it's Lionheart Chris Jericho.
Ex-NWA
World Middleweight Champion.
They're going back to Canada. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the podcast. Like we say every week, thank you so much for listening. Humanoids on the YouTube, on the auditorial side, we appreciate everything that you guys do for us. Anything that we do here would not be possible without you guys' constant support, without your constant help and views and watching. Like we say every single week, please share. Subscribe. Any little thing you do makes us do what we can do on our side. We wouldn't be able to run our podcast. We wouldn't be able to do the YouTube. We wouldn't be able to do all these videos without your guys' views. So we appreciate every one of them. Thank you for making our stuff go viral. Thank you for being able to get a partnership with W Energy, because we wouldn't have W Energy sponsorship and partnership without you guys. 100%. We appreciate you guys 100% in time. If you don't know our socials, we're going to shout them out again like we always do.
Don't know our socials? Have you been listening? Have you been paying attention?
Do you listen, Linda? Do you listen?
No!
That's not... No! I missed. You can follow us on Instagram.
It's the color
GQ. You can follow us on Instagram at GQ, a wrestling podcast, all one word. Again, Instagram is GQ, a wrestling podcast, all one word. You can also follow us on TikTok, GQ Wrestling Pod. Again, TikTok, GQ Wrestling Pod.
You can follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at GQ, a wrestling pod. That is GQ, a wrestling pod. It's all one word.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then auditorial people, don't get me wrong, I love that you guys like to listen to us, but you're missing out on a lot of awesome content on YouTube that you don't get to see. Like, you missed us dancing today. You gotta watch it.
Clip it.
I'm just saying, it's gonna be clipped. It's gonna be amazing.
Clip it.
You can follow us on YouTube and share on YouTube. GQ Wrestling Podcast, all one word on there. We have our YouTube shorts. We have our TikTok clips, our Instagram clips. Again, we wouldn't be able to do this without you. Who would have thunk that two
schmucks,
two dum-dums here in Iowa,
two schmucks,
listening, doing a podcast every single week without you guys listening to us and being dumb.
Fine. How do you do?
How you doing? How you been? And also, we don't give him enough credit either. We have our name to this podcast via one of our earliest supporters, Adam Bellitz. Adam did help us kind of co-create our title for our podcast. I know he does listen to it every week, so thank you, Adam, helping us with our thing. Ryan, thank you again for our amazing t-shirt designs. Again, the shop hopefully will be up by next week. I'm working on this weekend. Like we say every week, we bid you adieu. We thank you and you. Good night and bang. We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, W Energy. W is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. W is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented neurofactor. W gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-official colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, W ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, see what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with W.